during our training, I've been very fortunate that I've got amazing teachers, amazing mentors. They have taught me really well. They have guided me, supported me, been very strict whenever it had to be, and they've molded me into a very good clinician. So I think one incident, if I could pick it from in my training years, is that we had a very, very difficult case of self-voice poisoning, where the mortality rate is almost 100%. So you cannot save these people. My teacher told me that this was at 1 o'clock at night. I was on a night shift, and this was during my post-graduation days, that he told me, I don't want you to go by statistics. I want you to give it your best. It's okay if the patient survives, or it's okay if the patient could not make it, but I want 100% attempt from your side. And the patient survived. The patient was discharged after 3 months, and the patient went out alive. Now, this was the first case of self-voice poisoning that went out alive from our hospital. So for me, that was the first time that episode pumped me so much. It gave me so much of encouragement. It gave me so much of happiness, and that adrenaline rush that you feel that you were able to contribute, you were able to save somebody's life. When a plant has to grow, so it needs sunlight, it needs space, it needs good oxygen supply, it needs a conducive environment to grow. So the environment over here is excellent for growth. It's just like a sapling. When you're coming here, you're a sapling, and here the whole environment is so conducive for your growth that you blossom. And that's what I've felt over the years. And there is so much of ease over here. There's zero pressure. It's like a family. To every youngster out there, if you feel that you want to be a doctor, if you feel very strongly about it, against all odds, don't give up. Keep working hard.